a network, no, I don't know. So I mean, network, yes, I think that the last time I did the same thing, but I don't know why. Data bundle, everything intact, but I don't know why the network keeps messing up, and I don't know. So I think just forgive me, and so I said this here in the first, and just share. I just don't want to leave this issue and go. And I think that mean to me and young because there are a lot of people and we are very much interested in what we are doing, and we do my best to stay here, and then we keep the conversation alive. Just hoping say in the future we get the proper settings and yet to me and so just share issue. It's a very, for me, I think it's a very, very important issue. We need to just take it up, because I see no reason why I'm cry on my life will go waste because you're the president at them. Makase men so and I yengina so sukuni being kodium penyinatem. But say science or no crab are consistent. The good question we should be asking ourselves in there. A dear Nessie and name cry. It may be a mano, a cassatia mompagini, a dear Nessie. Respect is never demanded, we earn it. And I have seen many instances that workers of power have disrespected we, the citizenry, on several occasions. Do na nkasai. Because a Ghana for Nema Modi ye say response and a reaction, and I see a bad idea. I am sure I call my winky jato. But a lot of them are calm. People are watching. Said of coming chroma kind and also Ghana for our patience and papa. Oh yeah, they're not show. Only Ghana ni ya dia obadwen se onim nyansa onani na ehwe wo na eduru baabi na se efono mo a nano ya wana brantie bi from that American rapper no ba kroma call the Jubilee House call video no ba bonten no. That particular young man has seen the need to apologize to Ghanaians. When he realized I did not enkoyi no, he took to his social media handle and apologized to Ghanaians. Say I don't know, he didn't know. Say Ghana for a buya nimtiasa because I yes ya fan no who is na the culture and the orientation, everything is different. Network. Sorry. So say Ghana ni ono oye foreigner no wabaha na wabe yisu the Jubilee House. Edi aye video a na say ankoyi ama Ghana for unreservedly no, he's apologizing to everybody and he has pulled the video down. Bisa say the handlers of that particular place, the Jubilee House, the president and the daughter, and as a form of Kofasa, a branch and the Baha, man bed the secretary, the Jubilee House, with such impunity, no? Has any of them seen the needs of a Pagana for Achawana? In the Ghana for Yenyediba, but nobody has seen the needs because they don't respect us. That is the point. So, me say respect is earned. We don't demand. Nobody will respect you. Barbara Boni Jumadi Abadanedino will naturally draw respect. And Temu Aote, Wabra Bonne will near Abadanedi, never money per boo, and you sika. And you sika never money per boo. A Wabra Bonne will near Abadani. And in many instances, yes, I'm for social media, the president at them, or call on one casa Facebook or see or post to a diamond for dinner. The question is, they're the call wrong. Because the Akufo-Addo we know in 2016, 2012 was a darling boy. A lot of Ghanaians held him in high esteem. Ghana for Jessica man for a tongue credit card as a forum. Ghana for respected him and Kasa. So the good question is a Drew Babina and Kranketwa as you call no mum lady pap Edina Tama. I think say first you need to check yourself. That is the first thing. But we are not interested. We are using state institutions to terrorize people. because nkwa no mko yes am catch say they are not adult when you know ka say oh nipa we they are mature adult say me amete ya na say menua Avram Bemoshe good evening ma hu say oh ha say ana say obi a wanyini te say Queen Adepa ana say Sierra wanyini o mature person baka say on na ko di president attempt no who yi na di free school. We are talking about teenagers and crowd, they are in their teens, you know, you for exuberance and then as a form sometimes where I crowd was secondary school, a lot of things go wrong. Now and crowd from must the state also err in that particular direction? Say, you more the cry, we could have suspended them, we could have signed bond of your school, your friends a bond of good behavior. There are several things. You could have even suspend them for a year or two. But see you more the outright, you know, it doesn't make sense. And this is an institution that is supposed to ensure that education goes well in this particular country. So if GES, that is the implementing organ agency of Ministry of Health, you know, is getting its discretion wrong by exercising such foolish discretion, at the end of the day, you know, what other things are they not getting it right? What other thing? Because it's like killing an ant with a hammer. And I said killing a mosquito with a hammer. Because I didn't know no and ye one so train at your mom. And a pamna ye pom your form of dating a from some cotton of you know that will not solve the problem. Because until behavior now air course at the Jubilee House, behavior now air course at the presidency, behavior is not political power wielders in this particular country, you know. And then I didn't say, I'm telling you, going forward, you know, it will not stop. Come in, never stop me, or stop me. 1,000 of my kind will come. Avram Bemoshe never stop. Now we need to are so 30, baba back. Sanity, baby, Drew, no, you can't stop it. It's a movement. If I go today, 1,000 people will replace me. If another person goes, so you can't stop it. All you have to do is to live up to expectation. And I'm crying, you more so more the president at them. You think that will stop? It won't. Because examination time about a year or two ago, Akrabi the same video. Why? Because the president got involved in the examination. Past questions the common more catch almost say they should go and pass the exam. Say by ya, a month for who say Kufu out of free SHS for in the end of Mokoya and Krano fully disappointed. No, they came back and insulted the president. We all saw it. And then I be a president and fan one Kojima. Sanka did massa. And America say, you know, we don't support the be needy president at them. No. We all don't. But the good question is say yard or so and I was what beside who say na then na maye. These are basic things. Say yard or so as a tem did no yard or so say bomidin bebrea a then na men so maye. Now you have the whole GES accepting say and you more when they know say the constitution says education must be free and accessible to every single Ghanaian. That is the right GES has sought to take away from these kids. And the president is I am not sure said decision way. If you think this thing is going to serve a lesson to anybody, trust me, it's never going to serve any lesson. So you better yes. So if you think this thing is going to serve any lesson, it's never going to serve any lesson to anybody. Because behavior now more than you know. Someone you're ready, someone stop here. It will continue. Because disrespect or motfogu and so on daily basis in this particular country, no. Say Ghana for so sort of say no, about we no. We are going to punish the government in the same offense and I mean yes, I mind way and Kasabi and Kamu stable said they see to me. But in the face of all the nonsense going on in this particular country, you know. People are quiet. People among for a stable. People don't want to stifle the peace in the environment. You know, we won't say, but people are calm. But every day they throw on us disrespect as if say we are garbage. Me say abrantia na oba have a video at the Jubilee House. No? The gentleman has seen the need to apologize to Ghanaians. But yeah, nobody's apologizing to anybody. In your friends say individual bondholders or mudu musika koye abandoned by force. I'm suspending. Your friends have renegotiated the terms without recourse to Nipano, Obiama, until recently, I'm threatening to take a class action against government, and the man who said they are trying to call them banks as such, send this and the amount for message. That is the disrespect they give us every day. And another vein is to say, yeah, the Unkrako school said the school as a your friends saying institutional. Reform and Krano should reform our kids to become better people for the future. Mold them, train them, equip them for the future. So the good question is say Krana secondary school. Now despite all the so-called education idea more and Krana hunyansa na yetimi video dio mampenyina them in public. It is an advertisement telling the whole world say the institution called the school no has failed in its core duty. But Ghana Education Service is not looking at it because nobody is thinking deep. Because what Nkrani you know is only advertising, demonstrating what is going on in schools. And we are not giving them any proper training. That is what it means. So the school, not on its own, should be the first institution try to deal with this particular matter. And yes, they will be brought to public shame. But I'm crying as if say, the institution has failed in its core duty in ensuring say, my many school fees did the Baba said the school no should transform the banner to make the banner a better person, you know. Obiamiana no. Asemi ba ye nyatwema sofo mo kroma obiamiana no. Do so-called gender advocate in as for obiamiana no. Even social media crano mention them who are commenting on this particular development because after all, the president tell me but we are not thinking about the future of this particular kid. We are damaging them for good for insulting a president who has just 2 years to leave office. Me say I condemn that particular act unreservedly. The Nkrano must be punished, but not total dismissal or outright dismissal from school. So forever and ever, no, you have destroyed their future. When the constitution says we must ensure that school should be accessible to everybody. And then it's a first, you know. First, now when you come, if I can, radio, so now trying to control the narrative for the government to look good. No, that particular era is gone. And then, with the click of the button, social media with advances in as for people can do research. So you see, people have become open-minded because they are receptive to information and development anywhere. So they now understand the issues proper. So when they look at happenings in other countries, when they look at the trend elsewhere, they have their friends schooling abroad, the incentive and opportunities, what is being done over there. When they look at it and they don't see it here, then they will begin to ask questions as to why I'm paying for upon all the resources are not doing the right thing. So these kids will begin to ask questions. But we want to train our kids as fools. They don't ask questions. Because that is all that we want to do, control them. We don't want them to ask questions. But elsewhere, those of you living in the UK and Canada and that isn't the case. Your child as young age can ask you any question about for they understand. And sometimes some of them even make sense more than their parents, and they wonder how it's also akranu nyini. Adwena sase ye adwuma by hano akram misa panyini question. Umwade mpanifo kwe di nkomo na akra wa be pam no, such primitive orientation no eno da so gina Ghana Education Service sabi ebinum tim because the president atem dia ona de me ba yo yam punish you na president who say bibia ma no, such childish decisions and yet one ye take. Because how do you explain this? Say akra the president attempti akra or ye teenager, not even the university University grad abaka se wo hu na dwebo. Enti institution no wagu school na animase. And for that matter, no, that particular thing can become an issue of a legal way you become wasem. But Accra teenager, we assume so nyansa, full of useful that kind of nonsense, full of they do a lot. Now I hear mistake, then we say outright, we are sacking them to serve as deterrent. Deterrent for what? When a near man I SM crana before Mammo can or more can go so at the political arena is being repeated thousandfold. Near man putting for ya said I'm cracker yet the many decisions being taken by power in this particular country, they said the more primary school will not do that particular thing. Is the reason why some of them have started asking questions. So on this particular decision, I think the Ghana Education Service are go for big time. Because news never around, the psychological trauma more subject here way too. And if care is not taken, instead of now OBC canon, some of them may have those suicidal tendencies because their faces are all over. Some may even commit suicide. Forever and ever, wherever they find themselves. They may be ostracized from society in so many ways. And how can Ghana Education Service, that is the main organ responsible for implementing all policies belonging to the Education Ministry, will act in this particular manner to compensate, to look good? Do we even think about the decision when we are taking them? I am saying, sir, we could have adopted several ways of punishing these kids, serve as deterrent, and those things must not include total dismissal or outright dismissal. School abom forever. Does it make sense? And everybody is quiet in this particular country. Very sad. Very, 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 very sad. Enti enkra nwotwe wei de do mo anim bia no because of say yakodi akokora atementi no ya say omo life amomo, and everybody is silent in this particular country. Some of us can just shut up in the face of all these injustices and say for no cause no. Me say nobody is condoning those acts, but punish them, but don't take the right to education from them. The right to education at this stage and time, are sacred. And nobody is supposed to take it away. You encourage. How do we reform them by using the same school? How do we reform them? School counseling department, and do they even have them? How often do we expose our kids to some of these things? To have proper orientation. It means a orientation, didn't go down well with them. Because Accra at a particular age, you bring a camera and so the president at them. A child said the school has failed. That is it. The things that has to do with psychological, those things we don't care. Face value, hey, and then I pay, and then I pay. The last time I was talking to somebody, said so how many of the mistakes in near my course within our institution, like especially the Ghana Police Service. I don't know how many times they do psych evaluation to know the state of mind of the man na yedi to action in some kwabon tenko bi ho ban no, the state of mind of a particular person. Ebi akra no ankasa kwa ye dangerous to himself and sana public but yedi to action in some nobody is doing psychological evaluation, nothing. We need to start thinking as people. And yes, we can move forward. So on this particular matter, once it's a fresh issue going forward, because I was expecting saying that the president was going to torpedo this particular thing before it even comes out. But he's silent. It has been flying over the news and as a phone, he hasn't said anything about it. It means everybody has okayed it and have seen certain individuals within various platforms granting interviews to TV. Then as a phone said it's justifiable. That is. So we will be watching the development as it unfolds. And whatever be the outcome, be an better. Me say, yes, disciplinary consequences be available, be no, including dismissal, no. That's fine. But see, you media mo school life about more dear. It's totally outrageous and very ridiculous. And I will never sign up for those things. Second issue, I can't want some a bond we now individual bond holders now. Sebi, go through a lot in this particular country. You see, Nemana ye can sometimes be in trouble because and crofo money adwumadi no moto money si aban so. Me say, akufa de bia o me wofa nkada bia me de be hwahwa me ho. O ye me papa kamani beje. Because to be president ain't easy. But sometimes it's not about the position. It is about what you use that particular position for. A certain stage in life, material and it doesn't matter. Money, everything, properties, houses, and matter. All that matters, you know. And yes, leave a lasting legacy. Leave an indelible imprint on the minds of people that people remember you forever. That particular thing, no. And the actual, your friend saying, you can say, Obia Bobra Papa, and a bra papa. Today, people sit in their homes and they make reference to Nkrumah. He wasn't Rachel. Once you see a dying one to top properties, then I say for him, and Nkrumah becomes a dying crowd, that he's living in the minds of people in this particular country because he left a lasting legacy, a transcending beyond generation. That is all that some of us wish for whoever becomes president. So the very moment it is never about money, it is never about serving your family, it is never about anything. It is about the lasting legacy you leave on the minds, the footprint that you leave behind so that people will follow and say, hey, Papa, we, so that Ghanaians will consign you to the good pages of our political history, and forever and ever, posterity will judge you positively. As president, that is all that you're supposed to do. But that is different in this situation we find ourselves in. When this whole development started, some of us saw it earlier, like I said, we started trying to caution people. People thought say politics, and we have defaulted on our foreign debt obligations. Debt servicing as service on a yearly basis, you know. You're defaulting to domestically, you're defaulting. And if you are into economics and you understand your friends and politics, and then as a former, you know the implication of some of these things. So I will not even go into those things. Nasa yaba, say ba beye debt restructuring and as a former. Individual bond holders no bidding the sika aquaquashes anima wenum no. You don't take it by force. Oh, mena me yabana me watching bintino, musica ne dahano. Even though and she share horse a few 5% there, but memaba your hatchery and my flat 0. I feel the kind of 0. You can do that anywhere. The mere facts are buying on hatchery does not give you the power or the right to take away somebody's seeker and as an investment. You can't change the rules of engagement. For you to do that, you need to have active engagement with persons that are involved, trying to convince them to accept whatever deal or offer be out the more. So willingly, if they accept, that is at that point only, and I'll bet me they don't say that particular thing at all. But the attitude of Kendo Foratane, Nana Kufa, and answer for me say, they do Omugana for. Enti ade a yede akrokro ne se binyansasem na ye no yede patapa e na beye upompo ya fa. I listened to a woman quite recently on TV. I think that she's a single mother. I ohwe ne ma. O se ni wiase a wa ba ni sika wa bra nya nyina na odekọ ekoto bond no. Otua school fees expecting at the end of the year no se bi ni nsa be kan bibi no de ahwe ne ma because obi o ha onya adwuma omodo musika ye those investments so kakra na be free so aba no and no mode like a monthly salary no mode yo mo ade. So adibia sinners are binding in circle boss as you cannot go and take their money without their consent. You can't do that. When indeed, why we are here, no, we all know. Me I started long ago, drumming, hitting, but people thought we are politics. Today we are here. And never home because bond no me nkotobi wo ho mom ho kire mo pension e kaka kra bi nkan na mano tese ye de patapa ni ntitira sa mpo ya fa o nti ase akowu. That is the attitude, and that is the style ye dey manage this particular economy. Ye bu economy ni kon mo ene ye gina ba bi ye gina yi. You can't do that. You can't. And the no, they are also making I don't know no almost and the yesika pe esanka ho. Because I'm told an audit firm has been contracted to do some auditing within the firms. Can overrate and a cover mobile. As to when procurement processes, then as if we go to see no be any. That o mine ya fan it say ya japade. So without recourse to anything, we can do anything at any point in time. That is what some of us say. We will not allow some of these things to slide without commenting on them. It's not because we are motivated by hate. In where he has gotten to is a privilege. So, what time no cry be a young time obi and time, but these are the obvious realities underpinning the most salient of the issues are a family no your or mine and Ecoborn, I cut 2 years and we jam wako. But Ghana will be here. Rollins came for 19 good years, no returns as so no he. Kufo came or heaven or the wheelchair move here. At a mouse or heaven, oh, Shana Wunguno. Mahama baye or Tinifie or cancer Ghana for panom before Pamumfa. So that particular seat in what Naswa you go. Before for beba, but you must make sure so you leave that particular place well, you don't mess it up. But Akufo-Addo has decided say he will destroy this particular country before he leaves office. And that is something some of us have vowed. Say we will continue to expose them for who they really are. Because they never had any good intention of coming to save this particular country. They came to serve themselves. That is why when they started, the 40 almost 30 years, you become an enemy. They started by putting target at the back of people who were speaking against government. And they because of the international heat that was coming on them. Did all that they could to intimidate Ghanaians. Sabeya, the old narrative will reign high. But trust me, this era, you can never win. You can't win in an attempt to control or hijack the narrative to look good. Definitely, people will expose you. And then it's not up to me to expose the president. The obvious reality, Nipa said in the 9C class 1 democrat, and we say, I'm a more fun in the history of this particular country is this particular government. The other side, and the obu or mumu Ghana for. Now, the not high as a my can. She nancy and a Ghana for crackers. Oh, Papa, and I offend the canoe for and sebi, and near manco, yes, what to near my phone to papa, money sin chain. This man, a quack of another position on the penis, so telling me no say a pa, we should go to hell. That is what it means. Because you move, yeah, there is nowhere in the world that respect anyhow between power and the people and that particular government will succeed. Never. It's never done anywhere. Because I can't say the authority, the power to rule any country, that particular power and authority, is always sourced from the trust and the confidence citizens repose in that particular government. So at any point in time, you cannot find that trust and confidence in that particular government. The government becomes the ponkoso abine on your own. That particular government is invalid. Today, the Akufo-Addo's government is totally invalid because of the many reckless decisions they've been taking. Even among their own ranks, they don't respect one another. Okay, but I said no MP sorry, but in the face of all that is happening, they don't care. So about time now, wako ye na juma, mamena na me kana sem no. Wako ye na juma de ne sika ba be top bond na na dwene say obenya some fashion no say be odi etua na school fees and then abind the by force so wafa. And Kenoforata is telling him say, come on, Omayano, so sacrifice. But the good question is, is that guy willing to sacrifice? Even when he was told to leave the place and go home, he's never willing to go home. Is he ready to sacrifice? Back again, look at the size of government. In the face of all that is happening, abanya sebi or timana sebi wabiemu dahona abanya wobien nipa hono. Nkasemu ikoya, the first thing you do is to slash your expenditure, cut down the size of government, and ensure say you take certain directive. For instance, if I am president today, the first thing that I will do is to ensure say I dey any per diem, my council across board, no government agency or institution, nobody will travel in the name of the state and take per diem. It's nil. Per diem is gone forever. Whether football or why so won't quite. Yes, more about tennis, I also won't quite. Just stop. Now, who's a crony? That is what you do as a leader. Because per diem on daily basis in Ukraine could have solved a lot of problems in this particular country. But and I'm chronotino. Yes, I tell you because yana that is what we do. So when you take some of these bold initiative, that kind of, hey, Papa Nenia bro, hey, or is serious, then whatever you tell your people to do, they will do willingly. You may not have to coerce them. You may not have to force anybody because they've seen that you've taken the initiative. What cut down government? It's 120, 90 ministers, no? What cut them to about 20? People who say we are serious. Ministries, no, or magic, some of the agencies and facilities, no, you cancel. Some of the, your friend is saying, initiative I take here be nyansa. For instance, at this crucial time, I see him facing cathedral, no, you off it. Then people will know say, hey, some papa is serious, so let us support him to succeed. But I nyansa same way, munya man bin some obey bin a motive sabi and some hunu no moto no mo di eda hia for musica egu banks no and I yede pata parent trasam ya fa opo akoshepo. Really? And I suffer are quiet. Nobody is talking. I am for a quiet. Everybody is quiet in this particular country. Now, I say, if you hold a position of influence, like Mayor Popular, that particular power and authority, no, wouldn't mean for influence changer. You are as useless as anything. For so news, and the respect that you are supposed to earn from the people, you will never earn it. That is why I have lost respect for a lot of people in this particular country. As for age, I'll give you that. But the respect I may draw because you stand for something. Because you believe in your convictions, you stand for the truth. That thing, you don't have it, nada. Because I believe, say, man must always stand for something. Last time I catch you, we say, Abra, Second World War no end day, you know. Yes, say, you throw away the Nuremberg trials. Not those Nazi criminals, no. Certain attempt was made to bring them to justice. Into soldier for no more Adolf Hitler, who knew and you swore Munina, court. Some were convicted in absentia. Absentia means a nipa knew by a convicted. Ubi no move but a convictee so forever and never to be on record say, even though no would here, but you're convicted in a court prison. The soldiers who had opportunity to appear before the court no catch the judge and say, oh, judge, that the near soldier for onim Hitler and Timia den. And see, the Nipana Yakumo, and yet you're willingly na Yakumo. I Hitler and see him Kumo and so you Kumo. Obia by the defense, no. So the judge, in addressing them, looked them in the face and says, do assassinate this way, there is something we call the positive law. That law no means you choose right over what somebody orders you, and that's what the law says. If you assess them based on your inner conviction and you realize an element of good in whatever you've been sanctioned to do, you should face the consequences. So once you couldn't stand in front of Hitler, no one can say and make every one of you guilty as hell. So they were convicted. They were convicted. That is why I was telling somebody, say, Council of State or whoever, you may not be a criminal, but if you are advising the president and he's not heeding to wisdom, leave the kitchen. If it is too hot for you, you leave, because you are being paid to go and advise him. If the mind is not heeding, just get out, because we are greedy. The yebe didn't know. Hey, you too follow into as I am found. So the whole place has been turned into a criminal enterprise. You may not be a criminal, but you are part of it. That makes you a criminal. That makes you a criminal. That is why some of us have lost respect for a lot of people who are otherwise supposed to enjoy our respect, but we don't. Because they don't have conviction. They don't even know what they believe in. Because as I say, so if you don't believe in something, it is useless to say anything. If nothing at all, believe in yourself, believe in your conviction. You may be branded arrogant, whatever. Stand on your grounds, believe in your conviction, stand for what is good. Because that is what makes us. Gonya ade nyina na sika betimi ayo. Asika for in the past do do na abasin ko baby obi baby esie no kra ko ehwa futi se obi akra nkae no. Obi ankae no. But anya hwe se asika for mo abasin ewu okroma no. Obi ani ho na nkroma wo sika chen no. But enne nkroma is living in our bedrooms, he living on our computers, he's living on our phones, he's living on our TV screens. Nkroma is living on our memories, subconscious memory. Nkroma is living everywhere. Because he lived a life. He believed in something. He stood for something. Abraham Lincoln, in America today, every kid know about Abraham Lincoln. Because he lived for something. So, moana ya toto fio is Legon, and ya bobra ya talkers we know these things. Yeah. The business side, when we come, we will celebrate you there. But when it comes to the mind, the ingenuity, the wisdom to build the country, now it is never about money. And until I intimate kwa yanim dano, until ya ba, abaya no ba. Na because ya ba na ya chicha to me, kake. Because ya nkasi yanim se ya meya shwe be na yako. It or your contribution of another, you never be Hossein, you fill all the places. End of the day, no wisdom, no ingenuity. So in Ghana today, a buying back power and a who says a bit. A dear nyansa, luduno. Nyansa da until say they exit power. And opposition party be any nyansa okroma. That is what it is. Because whenever they go to opposition, then they become wise. The very moment they capture political power, that thing ends there. Na adena samba kataya ni, because the entire thing say adwene dey buy enya say be developer man ye ba say be wia. And when you are stealing, we say oh yeah bone a we nyansa we refi. That is why we keep on terrorizing this particular country and its future and the unborn generation in the manner we do. We do so with impunity. We don't care. We think say yana yoga. We don't even feel ashamed. We don't. And the same people just recycling themselves. That is it. Because you will cry respect a woman. Me think at the very moment the kufu adunya kokodro ball. Your friend say Kenoforiata din say was appointed as a caretaker minister for winners. Ada na nka kroma nka parliament sorry council of state hwan ahemfo obia sorry say papa adabra Canada insabi ufi say ya moa na egu kroma na sesan. Amamuo no enya abusuan amamuo untimi for man no ninsem hunu enye wabusuan japade. But he has gotten his way. Oh yeah, no Bianca Saye. The guy whom everybody has been calling, everybody is pinpointing at, say, the guy is our problem because he has been taking foolish decisions, reckless decisions, and he's the main reason why Ghana is today at a crossroad. Including his own party people, the MPP people have threatened, say. So, then about with him, and yet Sabi, Yenipana Umunu, Nansem Hunu, and I, yes, so. Okay, then about him, so Kofakino for Yata Beam, so Ramaya, caretaker minister, who won dog, but that it is what it is. Yana Hosana Basa. Because in the midst of all these things, you still have minds out there claiming to be educated, claiming to be holding your friend is a prefix doctor and then for defending all this nonsense on TV because how no did free. We can just let it go because we feed from there. Your conviction, just like the soldiers who appear before the Nuremberg trials, you know, that is what we have been paid to do. So, on one kasa way in there, or the share black polythene bag, you know, the share black in the back pocket, and what so Nyansa and Yajuma, our Mumua yet home. Because me kokan ye beka say until say bit me move away then you probably develop the boss even in our own party, you know, let us rise and go after people who we feel said more go against the interests of the state. Why now who McCain? He stood against Trump. He stood against him. At some point in time they became enemies. George Bush at some point in time, no, sorry, against Trump. The same from the same GOP family. By her. That isn't the case. And some who forward were dealing in Mentese Kufo Krabian and so Casa. No better Casa. So on mine on one a teacher of mine, and on one a show mine. Nobody. Obia ba serve himself and go away. Until so you bring a change our hano, we will never move forward. And then the last issue I made touch na yako, because I think the time called about 9. The constitutional review once a my can. Na me kase Ghana your constitution na yete home sisiano. It is very important say ye benya time na yakase constitution, you know. Ye review because there are a lot of portions, there are several portions of our constitution. Me free say outlive the usefulness and the relevance, and there is the need for us to ensure say constitution yebe shemu kena na ma constitution hu ayehu na the excessive powers na yede ama the executive president or baba akofo can appoint over millions of people, no, that particular power, no, yankati. Because anyasa yetikroma one day we get a president who doesn't exercise fine or good discretion, not exercises sick discretion, like what we are witnessing recently. At the end of the day, or no, and that is where we are now. So the excessive powers are yadama president, you know, in this particular constitution, you know, we need to ensure say the powers of the president, you know, you're checking on. And rather than Misikano, I don't support those calling say to constitution and you can't just jettison a constitution just like because the whole your friends said democracy now this fourth republic, you know, is premised on the 1992 constitution. So until the fourth republic is truncated, you can't throw away the constitution. But what we can do is to engage in massive constitutional re-engineering by ensuring that portions not make because constitution is supposed to be a living document that must reflect current social, economic, political, religious happenings. I said TMBI changing, updating with what is happening. At any point in time, if the constitution is not in tune with current happening, it means that constitution is outdated and it must be updated. And it's obvious that portions of our 1992 constitution, you know, outlive the usefulness. This time, no, we need to look at it holistically. Now you're making sure that we amend those portions to ensure that we get a proper constitution that will address the many challenges that are emerging. Constitution be amended. That is why in America they have the first amendment, the second amendment, the third amendment, the fourth amendment. The money who grow the second one, the right to say ye be only arms in a protect your own. O boss or GOP for na help no be because they will not allow you to be GOP from some. So we need to constitution and chere. I was telling somebody say oko the United States of America until recently na abortion illegal. How about that can abortion? Okay, because I with him say conservatives, naturally we don't subscribe to abortion. That is it. So we are conservative and naturally because the word conservative, the GOP in the Grand Old Party, conservative, conserving the old order. So that is our job to conserve it, to ensure so some of these things, no conservative or never saw abortion. So those days, all the prominent people in America then, most of them were Roman Catholic and for them. So they all stood an abortion. I'm sorry, Tiano, but as time goes on, medical research, revelations, a lot of things came up, a lot of development. I'm for your researcher who said, no. Some of the things, are beyond EMRA, and there is the need for us to allow. Even some, conservative, they have liberal touch because over Obit Joe Biden, those times, he was one of the forces who stood against abortion must not be legalized. Even though liberal there, but don't forget that once he's a Catholic, he has that conservative touch. Sana Nancy Pelosi, they are liberals, they belong to the Democrat, but they have conservative touch. And that particular thing, abortion way, they are against it. But after some time at this medical research, Joe Biden was one of the people who stood say today the magiatum. And now last one by Yasia 10 in the BMC say illegal, even to give the presidential assent no crab a problem. Because you see, it's the dynamic society, kind of us changing development and as a form, and they inform how the constitution should be engineered. That is why I'm setting this example. Dynamics na aircon, zigzag. The constitution must always reflect. And in 19 years, the entire call GOP for not here who say after 50 years and then call US Supreme Court. Judges no multi bench in this, a Roman for conservatives and then the Gusuna and say, fast, young fan call. The amount call it has been 10 again. So the 1992 constitution, must be amended to ensure that it reflected the present day woman. And those are entrenched clauses. Entrenched clauses now as a go to referendum Ghana maybe about 12 months and a year through or no. We need to look at all these things because some of them are very dangerous. I can't be and I am a general because people are talking about the match, this age IDD president, I think that is absolute nonsense that in this era somebody must be 40 years and above before you can contest to be president. No. Old age comes with own challenges. In your friends say maternal medicine class, I know what comes with old age. Senile dementia, a whole lot of challenges in as a form, especially in that part of the world. Because you need and sooner you have poison and as if we through that particular age, not near my radio crowd the moon, now I go that, let alone the opportunity to sit down and think to solve problems. And the Anquaphone more than I'm no sorry. The problem is so we cannot continue to your friend said give power to the aged. Your democracy number gerontocracy. Democracy of the aged. We can't continue. So we need to look at it and show you don't need to be 40 before you be president. 40. Again, what has become a bone of contention Article 71 holders emolument structure and as a form. You see the way is so nauseating that anger people. I was telling somebody the reason why you see a lot of people trooping into the political platform is because people think ukomna at least unya bibi kakra ubeyeye. At least ube nya bibi afrim. But that isn't the case. A man for have come to the realization say sabi ebinumu working ebinumu di, so there is the need for us to set the table say at least obia adwuma bi opie ye bia no obia beku no ho na odina koma shem. And I was telling you a story about the medical doctor who went to a theater to a surgical way. It was a minor operation, but now it was an invasive procedure. I didn't pan tour or cateno. Then some of the theater, you understand some of these things. Sometimes you get splashes. It's quite unusual, but it happens. And then there was a gush of blood. And blood get into the mucus. He later found out said the person was HIV positive. So you can imagine what this person, because of the job, risk our come. No, we a pension. Now okoje the way he is not entitled to ex gratia. Come on. So a clear amount for so. And the other incentive that comes with it, teacher new or qual kurase no na japade woni wiase na bicycle. Ono ankasa na tua na line bill, ono ankasa na tua na way, but the tua na sika kese no, everything is free for him. How can we structure this for some of these things? At the end of the day, nobody will be willing to die for this particular country. Obi be no opportunity bia no, o wi ateneka. And no anything I make catch say, yeah, point obi DC ya. What it means me could react maker, because that is what it means. That is why you see them in the church every day. Or koden yanko panse binum kura de pam white not the whole platform. Nanko bi ya o DC ana ya wa assembly ya o MP ana say deputy minister ana say minister no. Asudie na dey ato so. You rather pray on your own quietly to ask for wisdom to be able to lead the people, because enormous responsibility has been handed to you. How do you walk through and still succeed? But yakoji ne abamawie, because ye baby we are. So if we are able to restructure all these things, I think that it will sit well with people, because quite recently some of the professors in our various universities or babontia catch them say aban is willing so obey live here, then they too they will live well. Because if government is never ready to cushion, say ono ankasa be born yam belt, my catch is the president no say yam moye yam belt no, or no trouser nation no, belt hole square ni campese when your opportunity to back it up by no ordinary Ghanaian and oye hieni no, o catch and say it should allow their pension to go, their bond to go, investment to go, when you are not willing to let anything go. That is not leadership. We don't approach leadership with that with that chieftaincy mentality. And I mean, nanom ne call kono mukuku ye no mu ye and I bedroom is na media konya. Sansem hunu yemfa mu oman. Ko man no obi ananan kokon wo and obi wu ye no obi wu ye sansem hunu no. It is about ingenuity, it is about wit, it is about what you can do to change, because a national or mining in a Japan and a shawonsa. Say at least at some point in time we have trust and believe in you. And the shawonsa boy and lead the way, so that we can all maximize our progress, the collective progress. Everybody is entitled. That is why I'm saying that entitlement mentality, presidency or being in power, it's not a chieftaincy institution that you can approach with that narrow-minded authority kind of style, And kokoti, no. Obia can question your authority at any point in time. Obia, because that is what democracy prescribes. Within a reasonable context, everybody can subject you to scrutiny at any point in time, and you own it a duty to ensure that you explain to them, because you are being paid. It doesn't make you say we are a repository of knowledge, a warehouse of wisdom, and for that matter, whatever you say is fun. No. You are not, my friend. You are not. You need to listen to the people. You need to scan through, listen to the utmost concerns of the people, address those challenges. That is what makes a leader. A leader, you're supposed to solve problems every day, not to be living like an Arabian king. So the constitution must be changed. And again, the punitive consequences for individuals are actions endure the state. For instance, so if this particular thing has become a motivation, after all, see, we will be. What does the constitution say? The constitution has made it possible to say, president, I appointing attorney general, or he's friendly to the president. Because he had that conviction, that positive law, na make come. Yes, network knows. Oh, the network is messing up again. Network is messing up. So those things, enye ejuma. So the constitution must be reviewed. Portion of my things there are a lot of people with opinion on as to how we can move on from there. And a more bianco say or more can calling for constitutional amendment in do more canon as if for whether I say munim do more count home as if no more canon the papa more and they must those concerns must be addressed. Anyway, I think that because of the way our network ya baby because you see around by 7 way a kati and ya samba back, and I think that we can end it here because network numbers fluctuate, and occasionally anytime be any opportunity be, and I think that we can continue because education there and that we course and then we move it from there. So will be on your opportunity to share, will be on your opportunity to be here will be asked from time to time. I think we will be doing these things to ensure what I didn't see achieve in Sabeka. Well, my culture say we can't sit and fold our arms and expect to say be by our mouth. You're all mindful for man, and maybe you expect it may not, because change is gradual. Change has never been sudden because it's a tough process. So in as much as you might think you don't see anything, trust me, the message is really going down. And we'll get to a time Ghanaians will respond to the message. At that point, when we say we've really gotten somewhere. So I'll leave you in peace. Good night to everybody. We will meet Enchebiano. I think that you've been your opportunity to come back again. Hasta Mayana.